soon be entering ZTR's atmosphere.
The bounty for this mission does not seem appropriate. The risk clearly outweighs the reward. Treat our lost assets with care, lady.
Entering the atmosphere in T-10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
That elevator leads to the depths of an undercover facility. Signal quality is likely to be low. Remote communication remains difficult. Try to connect to the facility's network when you reach the bottom. That way, you can remain in contact. Any objections, lady?
Good evening, MOUTHBREATHERS. Today, we will be playing Metroid Dread. Now, I actually forgot to talk while recording this, so bear with me right now as I course through and I guess commentate on my gameplay. Moving on, we're playing Metroid Dread in Dread mode. So basically, when I get hit once by an enemy, I will die. So it doesn't matter how many energy tanks I got or how high my health is. If I get hit by an enemy once or I touch them, I die. So I hope you stay tuned and watch the entire video and yeah, enjoy. Now, for those of you who are not familiar with Metroid or the genre, Metroidvania genre, Metroid is a game that was released back in 1986 and it had multiple games. The one I'm playing right now is the fifth one, so yeah, that's a bit of a background for it.
You've accessed the network station. Well done, Samus. I have reviewed your vital signs and video log from the data you uploaded. I've run a full analysis, but I cannot account for why you lost consciousness. My readings indicate Whatever caused these changes seems to have stripped you of most abilities. That brings me to your assailant. I am checking the Federation database against your video log. It appears to have been a Chozo. The attacker's identity is not yet clear. I have determined that you are somewhere within the depths of ZDR. Your top priority should be to return to your ship on the surface. This situation is precarious. Trust your instincts as you navigate upward. This planet appears to consist of multiple areas. Shuttles, elevators, and other modes of transport connect them. Keep an eye out for ways to reach the surface. The ship's location is marked on your global map. Check it for yourself. You may encounter pockets of low temperature. Your Metroid DNA renders you vulnerable to such environments. Spending time in cold areas will be harmful to you. There are many such cold areas scattered underground. Do not enter them with your basic power suit. One final thing. Underground interference is preventing radio transmissions. Check in with me at any network stations you find.
Now you will see as to why Metroid Dread deserves all the praises that it gets. After 2 decades, Metroid didn't release any shit, right? It didn't release a sequel, it only released remakes, right? But when they were trying to make new villains in this game, I guess this is the reason why it was so good, because of that thing right there. The enemy is like such a great addition to what Metroid can be, because if you take a look at that shit, it's like, it's terrifying, right? It's dread. You can see Samus like, holy shit, what the fuck is that, right? And then not only that, when you look at its movements, it's so fluid, as if it's actually a proper I will kill you robot. And yeah, that's why it's so good. I mean, if you go back to Fusion, right, Metroid 4 Fusion, you have the X parasites, which is very, very cool. And also when you go back to 3, you get I'm sorry, to Metroid 2, you get the Metroids as the villains. But right now, Emmys are like the perfect like contemporary or modern way to make a villain for a sci-fi game such as Metroid. And the one you're seeing right now in that middle, the eye thing with the brain, I think that's Mother Brain's a reference to Mother Brain, the original boss for Metroid 1. When I first played this game back in 2021, I was a bit scared because looking at the fucking cover of Metroid Dread, it did feel in fact very dreadful. And when you look at something like that and not be scared, I don't know what feeling yet that comes to mind except like terrifying shit. What the fuck is that robot, man? And yeah, when you're in that game and you're playing it yourself, being chased by an invulnerable robot is just like the scariest thing that could ever happen to you. Yeah. And replaying it was like the feeling is still there. It did not change. That's why Metroid Dread is such a good game, man.
Uploading data.
Both enemy you encountered were clearly trying to capture you. They may have been hacked. If so, it's reasonable to assume all enemy will be hostile. Enemy send out a pulse to detect vibrations in the air within a certain range. Essentially, they can hear you. Upon detecting vibrations, an enemy enters surveillance mode to track their source. Stay out of its line of sight when this happens. Otherwise, the danger to you increases. An enemy that has seen you will begin pursuit. Part of the pursuit protocol is to seal the enemy zone exits. You will be trapped inside. To survive, you must leave its range of pursuit. Evade the enemy and it will disengage. This will also unseal the exits. An enemy never leaves its assigned zone. Their control system must permit them to. I estimate a 99% probability of death if an enemy captures you. There may be a very small opportunity to escape, but exploiting this window will be virtually impossible. The enemy are immune to your current weapons. You lack the unique energy used to defeat the first enemy. Your only option now is to evade capture and find an exit.
A great thing about Metroid Dread, well, not just Metroid Dread, but other Metroid games, is that it's very forgiving when it comes to navigation and trying to find your way or along the map, right? It has these things like these areas where you can, if you find it, you can download like the entire map. So basically, that specific map, the entire map of that certain area is just now open and you can just explore it. If you remember my Hollow Knight series, Hollow Knight was pretty fucking hard to navigate, right? Unless you have the Wayward Compass. But I guess you do get that at like the first stage of the game. But yeah, you can compare that exploration and navigation with Hollow Knight by Hollow Knight being a harder game than I guess the Metroid franchise itself. When you're playing a Metroid game, it's really good at like giving you certain power-ups and then actually giving you like a problem so that you can use that power-up. Most Metroid games are like that, and there is absolutely not in the well, at least not in my head, a power-up that, or a skill or an ability that is given to you is actually pretty fucking useless, right? I don't recall having a power-up that doesn't give you any value. But yeah, I guess that's one of the things that Metroid has succeeded on, is that they always give you things that is useful.
possibility the two are connected. You have seen the warrior tribe's architecture and artifacts on this planet. I conclude that this was one of their settlements. But why would someone lead you here and send the ME after you? The footage of the X-Parasite may have been staged to lure you in. The situation remains unclear, but your priority hasn't changed. You must return to the ship. You have activated the magma supply system that has restored power to the closed thermal doors. Seek them out to proceed. Continue to search for the unique energy you employed against the first enemy. It is the only way you can confront them. Unfortunately, this energy is limited. You may have noticed it dissipating after an enemy is destroyed. There are 6 remaining enemy hunting you. You have no means to confront them. Remember that.
The beauty of this game comes from when you check all the boxes. When it comes to the areas in the EMI areas, if you check all the boxes, you opened all the doors, you unlocked everything. The last thing that you need to do is to find the mother brain thingy that controls the EMI. Now, as you can see, I was like fucking lost where I was supposed to go here, because I was trying to find the room or the crawl space or the door as to where I should go in order to get to that room where you fight the brain eye thing, the mother brain thing. And as you can see, I was like panicking a bit because I have no idea where to go. I think I looped 2 times here. This is my 2nd time. And I was like, yeah, now I know where. Took me a while to find it though. I just needed to go up there. Yeah, there we go. And then when you go to the room with Mother Brain, you get to fight as if you were playing Metroid 1 again. It's cool. Honestly, that was a big fucking L. How did I die there? That was fucking easy. How did I die? Holy shit, you're so bad. Now here comes the most satisfying part about this game, is that when you defeat the mother brain, you get to have this Omega Cannon thing. And basically what it does, it enables you to kill the enemy now. But it's still nerve-wracking, because it takes a while before you remove the faceplate and everything. But as you can see, I was waiting for it right here. I was scrambling around trying to find where it is. Eventually, I did find it, but I think I was a bit close. Yeah. I had to try again. Maybe that was too close. Yeah, maybe that. Yeah, that was too close. And that concludes today's episode of Metroid Dread. I almost died there actually. But yeah. I think the next episodes I will just probably talk more while I record, or when I do make a commentary like this. I should actually have a script, because right now I'm just fucking balling it. I'm just speaking my mind, I guess, and as you can see, or as you can hear, I am not that good at like purely impromptu commentary. So yeah, maybe next few episodes will be a bit different, but I guess I will conclude my gameplay right here. Thank you, if you stay tuned.